I got away from me. Do y'all realize the price of pipe today? And I ain't talking about laying it. Welcome back to Lost Hope Garage. So we're going to be putting the 2-inch lift on the Blazer. So we went and got us a piece of 2-inch diameter pipe, or 2 1/16 ID pipe from our local metal shop down here in Rio. We're going to be cutting it down into sections and placing it all on the body bolt so we can give ourselves a little bit of a body lift. Everybody likes to lift on a 4x4, let's not lie here. But yeah, that's what we're going to get into today. Go ahead and cut you off here. Start cutting down the pipe. Might do a little time lapse so we can see that. And we'll get right back to you.
Just a little tip where I have learned and messed up before is when you cut these, you get in a big hurry. So some people stretch it out like this and they'll go, oh, we got 2, we got 4, we got 6, we got 8. Is that how you do it, Bailey?
Oh, so yes.
Well, whenever you're cutting this piece and your blade, like say you're cutting the 2 and then you go to cut the 4, this piece can be a little bit shorter because of your blade on this side. So I always mark it, then cut it, then mark it, and then cut it instead of mark. Because I've done that before and you end up with like, I mean, it's not much. If you're just doing something dumb, it's not going to hurt anything, but you could end up with a 1/16 or an 1/8, depending how thick your wheel is. But we're going to try to cut this real quick just to see how straight this chop saw cuts. I can't remember. I'm sure there's a reason I haven't used it in a while. But I don't really know that reason. I'm thinking the wheel was glazed over or something. That looks fairly straight to me. What about you, Bailey?
Mm-hmm. And before you ask, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we do have fire safety in mind. That's why Nathan has his OSHA-approved Crocs on.
Yes. Alright, so we're just going to cut.
Maybe 8.
10. We're just going to cut 10 of those and then we'll be right back with you. Alright, so there they are. We still got to clean them up some. And I'm actually wondering, oh, where's all this stuff at? That is perfect. That washer, we'll actually probably weld it. We'll sit it in here like so, and we'll weld it a couple of times. Maybe put like little 1/2-inch beads around it, some tacks. Ain't much, but it keeps it from kind of moving around a whole lot, the bolt. But the way it will work is it's nowhere near high enough yet. Must we, can you pick up on it some? No, let me just pick up on this back corner. It looked like it was moving pretty good. Alright. It'll actually sit like that. Now I know there's probably some off-road specialists possibly watching our video. May not be nobody watching our video, but I'm pretty for sure we're probably not doing it correctly. But we still got some of the cushion of the mount there. And it's just a fun ride, so we're just going to do it that way for now. Like I said, if it would have been the way we want it to be in 5 years, it'd be LS swapped and 4-link suspension and all kinds of stuff. But it's probably just going to be an old beater with no heater and down on the river. So we got that. So I'd say the next thing will be see if I can round up enough of these washers. If I can, then I'll need 8 of them. We'll tack them all in a spot, clean these up. I'm actually going to tack it to that too. Just put little welds and put it in there, put the body boat in there. But I will have to go get boats in the morning because we need longer boats. But for now, we're going to change it up just a little bit because we got to go cut a tree up. Or well, I guess you can call it a tree or a tree limb. But first we got to do some stuff and, this one. We're taking this saw and another saw, so we're going to sharpen the blades on it. And we're going to go cut that tree up, mow, and I'm sure we'll be back later. As long as they don't have his early bedtime for work in the morning. And either way, the next time we come on, we'll be putting these washers in, tacking them, and cleaning this up, slowly putting these in. And then we're going to jump back over to the minivan. And we need to get on a battery box and a fuel cell. Figure all that out, see where we're at with that, and that'll be our next couple videos. But we got plenty of stuff to do right now, just not a whole lot of time to do it, but we're getting there. We'll be right back after we get done doing some yard chores. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is I got the washers we need. Bad news is Rural King let us down there. It's a 12mm metric boat is what I need for the body boats. And the longest one they had was only a 1/2 inch longer. And Evansville Boat Nut fasten all them closed till Monday. So most we can do is weld these in, which I'm not really going to bore you with that. I mean, you just slide them in, set them wherever you want them. I'm going to set them a little low so the bead won't sit above the hit, but set them there, weld them in a couple spots. But since we're unable to finish that project today, we're going to jump back over to the van. And we're going to try to pull the headlights out, pull all this up here out, and then I'm probably going to back it out, let the kids start painting it. I need to cut a hole in the hood, but let the kids start painting it. And I'm going to start building the fuel cell and the battery box. Still ain't 100% sure where we're going to put the fuel cell and the battery box. Well, the battery box is probably going to go in the middle, right there in the center. But there's just little things that need to be stripped out of it. Figure out how to get these windows out. But I'm gonna pull the headlights out real quick and the bezel for the windshield wipers, the cowl area, and then back it out, and I'll get right back with you. All right, well, we got a little more stripped and actually started painting it. We're gonna let the kids draw some stuff on it throughout the week, so I figured go ahead and paint it. I still need to get the windows out of it, the fuel tank dropped out of it, and the carpet out of the front area. And I think it's stripped. Well, the rear bumper and the bumper cover needs to come off. But after that, I think it's stripped. And then we just got to non-wire some stuff, run the battery, run the fuel tank. And we got some more donut tires to throw on the front of it. And the back, we're probably just going to dismount them. And I need to see what the rules are about, I think there's a broke transmission mount or lower motor mount. I need to see if I can put some 9-wire on it or something. But we're going to keep working away. We're going to be in and out today. Got to run the girls' places, guitar practice, stuff like that. But hopefully, I backed it out so we could put that sheet of metal in here, figure out what we needed and cut it. And I need to cut out the hood. I don't know, I'm going to cut a little, it's supposed to have a hole in the hood. So I'm going to cut a little design out of it. I don't know. Might be a middle finger, hand, might be a skull head. I don't know, might do a autism puzzle piece. I have no idea, but I'm going to cut something out, but I don't want to cut over top of the motor with a plasma cutter. But we'll keep on working on it and get right back with you. All right, well, back again. Got a lot of it painted. Got PBM put on the side of it. If anybody doesn't know, that's Poor Boys Motorsports. That's what I ran for years. Got the hood painted. Actually got a plasma cutter out for the first time in a while and drew a little puzzle piece, cut it out, flipped it up from a hole in the hood. We'll let boy, that is runny. That looks horrible. I hate painting slick painted cars. But I'll touch up the other part of it with black where it's oversprayed and I'll let the kids do whatever to that. Still got to put the door plate on it. Bailey actually got 6 windows out without breaking them, and then he just blew the back one out. But I don't know, 90% of the time you blow the back ones out. I figured these side ones would have blew out too, but they came out a lot easier. But we are, I don't know, we might, I don't know what else we're going to do to it right now. We need to get the front window cut out of it, the battery moved, the mirrors taken off, battery box built, the fuel cell built. We got to loop a heater hose line underneath there, and I'm probably going to loop these tranny lines when I find them. Right there. Probably going to loop that. It'll just be a little bit. We'll probably record what we do tomorrow. I'll probably cut the window out, take the mirrors off, move the battery. And then I'll need to get the battery or the video edited and put out. Hopefully Monday we're back on the Blazer. And Bradley has completely changed her mind about running the lawnmower, but that's fine. But a guy I know, his daughter might be running it, so we might mess with that tomorrow and record some of that. I don't know. Oh yeah, we got to get wheels swapped around and some tires knocked off the rims. But just a little simple day today. About to go make some chicken, have a little fire. It's actually cooling off. Feels pretty good, but this will actually probably be all for today. Probably get back with you tomorrow and we'll cut the window out and do the mirrors and run the battery. Thanks for watching.
Now we can go ahead and cut the exhaust off. That's what it sounds like now. You take the parking brake off?
Alright, so this is how I do battery cables on stuff where I really don't want to mess with the electronics. I got a little, I think they're called split nuts. I'm not 100% sure on what it's called. But you stuff them in from there, and your other cable gets stuffed in. And you just tighten it down on it. That way you didn't, by doing this, you didn't mess with none of the electronics, really none of the wiring. You just extended the jumper cables, or the battery cables. Give them a little test. Make sure they don't fall apart. The wiring's so something. But if you can see up in here, my cables weren't actually long enough. I need to get this battery. My cables weren't actually long enough to go over the dash like we usually do. Plus, there's a chance it gets smashed by the hood when it comes back. So, cut a little hole there, ran them through, and the battery will sit right in between us two. It'll sit in there. There'll be a battery box for it to sit in. We're going to try to rip that carpet up so we'll bolt it straight to the floor. But yeah, that's basically how we do this. I'll do this positive cable, and then we will get right back with you on our next step. Alright, so we got the battery moved, the wires are in. We're going to tie them up just a little bit so they don't get into the gas pedal. But they are moved. Oh, damn, I got that sticky shit on. Well, we pulled it back in the garage to look at the front end moving around. But got our 9 wire for our window bar. And dug up some treasure out of the yard. This was actually in the yard. I've seen it for a little while, just barely showing. I think like right in here. But it might actually work for our battery box. So, if it'll work, we'll use it. Save a little time. Got the wires all buttoned up, tightened up, and our problem, I don't know if you can see it in the video, if we do it or not. If you can see that move, the lower control arm has a bushing on it. It kind of slides in. It's more or less pulling out. So we talked to the promoter. He is going to allow us to 9-wire it. We're going to try to push it in as far as we can, 9-wire, and then we're going to squirt some window urethane in there, give it like a rubber base again, because they was like $14 a piece, and I don't want to buy them, just derby it. We can make it work. If it ends up coming down where we have to buy it, I might. But we are just about done for this video. We are going to take this. This is our computer brain box, or not brain box, fuse box, all that. I think we're going to set it right here. And somehow maybe run a ratchet strap all the way around it, ratchet strap it down, just so it's that much further away from that. But while we're having memory problems again, I just need to get, I don't know, a new phone, something. But talking about this, we're going to move this over here. And just little stuff after that. The fuel tank, that'll be on the next video. This is actually going to be the end of our video. That's all we got time for today. But if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and we'll be back with some more derby action, hopefully. And getting on this. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to find the bolts. So we'll be back on that. But if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.